Have you ever woke up in the middle of the night and realized that you have a deep sense of anguish, as if something really bad were happening? You are feeling really awful. That is not normal. We are not supposed to feel like that. Normally, when it happens and it has nothing to do with your everyday life, it is because there are some energetic factors involved around it. So let me share information about this with you today. Hello again. Thank you for being with me. If it's the first time you are in the channel, it's a pleasure to have you here. We are going to talk about spiritual matters, but in a way that we want them to make sense in our everyday life. Balanced, pragmatic information. And because of this, I want to address with you today something that is quite common. And many people that talk to me, they tell me that they experience this condition in which they wake up in the middle of the night with a very bad feeling almost like your heart is broken, feeling certain type of anguish and doubt, and they just assume, okay, I just had a bad dream, I just woke up. Once in a while, once in your lifetime, once every 5 years, it may happen. But if you have that often, that is not just, hey, coincidence. It's not just because you had something in your mind or a certain dream woke you up. There are energetic reasons behind it. I experienced it, and I want to share with you what happened to me and to explain to you what you can do about it. First of all, let me tell you that please, if you like these topics and if you like this channel, give me a thumbs up. This is how you tell YouTube the video is worth watching, and that helps a lot. Thanks. And the anguish in the middle of the night, there are different reasons that combined can create this. And the reasons are, number one, related to the energetic environment around of you and your own energetic field. I will give you a little bit of information on this, but I have several videos in the channel explaining to you self-defense and what you can do to cleanse your aura, your house. It's worth watching them. The other factor that can produce some condition that brings this anguish in the middle of the night is out-of-body experience. Not because the out-of-body experience is negative, much the contrary, but because sometimes we are outside the body, unconscious, without control. So it's not because you do a training to leave the body, it's because it happens. Then we may encounter or get close to energies that are not as balanced. And we come back and bring those energies. However, the most common condition for this is when we have some type of spiritual presence get close to us, not necessarily to harm us. It could be, but not necessarily. Sometimes it's just the way that consciousness is. But when they get close, we have a ability that during the night or during our sleep, but during the night in different moments can happen. Not everyone has equally strong, but everyone has it. And the ability I am talking about is the capacity to telepathically get information while you are sleeping, especially get information about gravitating energies around of you. I'm going to give you examples very briefly, but I can do a video about this because there are many things for us to understand to be able to interpret it well. But sometimes you may have someone close to you because you are sleeping, and then our normal barriers and defenses are off or down. If there is a presence close to us, or if we are in an environment where there's some type of gravitational information in the energy that is very specific, we kind of notice that with a degree of awareness that it's still small, is not enough for an out-of-body experience. So that mix with the dream. And then we can have dreams that are so awful, so strange that it's not you, it's not your mind. Your mind would not produce that sort of dream. So this contaminates your aura, your field, your chakras, and this contamination causes you to wake up feeling that bad, heavy, incompatible energy with yourself. Please bear in mind that one important aspect here is that we are talking about a level of anguish, despair, bad feeling that is not your normal. Even when our life is not an ocean of pleasures, because we all have challenges, we all have things that we have to solve, sort out, understand outside of us and inside of us. But even in those moments, you know how you feel when you are worried or when you are very busy with something. If the feeling you have in the middle of the night or in the morning, it's both the same. It's just that it's a bit more common to be noticeable when it's in the middle of the night. But many times in the morning when we wake up, we have that feeling which only improves throughout the day. This is not normal. During our sleep, we are supposed to recharge, recover. And why is it not normal? Because that's not part of the information of our own energy. We notice in that moment that it's kind of mixed with energy of others. I have had a period in my life in which I experienced this several times. And I didn't know what it was. It was 30 years ago. But you know what? The interesting thing is that like 12, 15 years later, I had an out-of-body experience in which I could meet outside the body the group of consciousness, spirits that would get close to me and produce this type of sensation. I tell this story in a video. I'm going to put this here for you. But what is important is to understand that sometimes we do not know why, we do not know the reason, we do not know what's going on. But it doesn't matter. What you have to know is, this is not mine. I am not going just to accept, because most people, what do? Oh, let me go back to sleep. Oh, let me calm down. Oh, and let me wait until next morning come, or until the day goes on, and this feeling is going to lower little by little. When we are in an out-of-body experience or in our sleep process, everything is supposed to be a recovery process, recharging our energy, something that we feel better, we feel wonderful afterwards. Waking up feeling bad means something is not as it should be. And the interesting thing here is that it's our sensitivity, our capacity to pick the information and the energy around of us, to pick the ideas and feelings of consciousnesses around of us, that causes us to sense this. So it's a good thing. But when we do not know what it is, we just accept. There are easy ways to fix this. Easy because it's super doable. It may take you a week, it may take you a couple of months, but super doable. We should not accept the bad feeling for no reason, especially when we are waking up, because that means during the time we were sleeping and not fully conscious, things were happening. People, non-physical people, spirits, or sometimes even the minds of other people were bringing energy to us that were affecting us. So we want to react when this happens. One technique that I love it is the velo technique, but I have a video in which I talk to you about self-defense techniques. If you just come home, you are tired, well, sometimes just to relax a bit is enough for you to detoxify from some of the energies that you got during the day. However, if it's something deep, if it's something that penetrates your energetic structure, your chakras, to the point of deeply affecting how you feel, contaminating you during the night or for a long time, normally it's not a small thing that is going to solve it. You need an energetic procedure, and that's why I love the Velo technique. But most importantly, if you become lucid of what's going on, automatically you will establish greater awareness and will be able to recognize when this is start happening, wake up sooner, or be able to act out there if you are outside the body or during your dream. Program yourself to work with your energy while you are there. We are still with our energetic body with us, and we can do energetic techniques. So that's what I suggest. I hope this video gives you some ideas, and I'd love to see you again. If you're interested in the topics, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell button so that you are informed when I publish new videos, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Goodbye.